Dr. Tammy here. Y'all, listen. We have made it to episode 11. Like, subscribe, share, comment, send it to your ex, send it to your future. I don't care what you do with it. Just share it because it's about to get real, real, real good. Thank you for tuning in and really paying attention to our story because it matters. It really, really matters. And there's life after jail. There's life after a wedding. There's life after having a baby. There's life after a relationship. There's just life. Life is always lifing. And one thing that we want to do at the top is just let you know authentically that everything ain't perfect. Like, it's been a battle, but it's always been a blessing. The whole time, Jeremy was the one. And I'm just so grateful to share it with you. So as we just move forward past the wedding and how much it cost and who didn't show and how beautiful it was, after the honeymoon, the bills started billing. My husband said the bills came in and life hit going into 2025. And we've been married for 7 months now, going into 8 months. And we just want to share with you, authentically how it was after the honeymoon. And for me, it was beautiful. I mean, October 19th to December 25th. It was like he didn't give me cockroaches. He gave me the butterflies. Some men give you the cockroaches. Get you the itching and stuff. But you gave me the butterflies. I was like, whatever you want, I'm on. I was like, ready. And then life happened. Talk to us about how you felt when we got home from the honeymoon.
So after we got home from honeymoon, we I was still in that energy. I was still in the honeymoon energy. We were still enjoying each other, watching movies and going out to eat, and it was just so blissful. And so again, we had a moment, right, where it was like, okay, how long we gonna stay here? Like, how long we gonna stay in here? The bills start to, like I
Because
said,
we really weren't working.
Yeah, we didn't really work for real. You know what I'm saying? And then for me, like, I had just ended, like, I had just ended, and I had a break too because I was working on a house project, and that stopped like right around the time we got married.
Okay.
That was kind of towards the end of that. So that was that, and then I had tax season approaching too, but that hadn't started yet. This is like November, end of October, November. So I had a break, right? So, I was enjoying it, right? Because it was so much going into us getting married. Like, we worked so hard, to pay this wedding off. We no debt, right? We hard work.
Just paid it.
It was about $70,000 that we spent, like, all together, talking about honeymoon, we talking about rings, we talking about
over $100,000.
No, I wasn't that much.
That was almost
no,
with the rings.
No.
Your ring, your suit, the kid's suit, the shoes.
It was about 70, baby.
All together?
I was on that.
Okay.
That's what I was on. You weren't really. I was on that.
Okay, well, good.
I calculated your money you spent, my money I spent.
Suit, dress.
All that.
My dress.
Everything. Your makeup,
Okay.
hair. So it was about 70,000. Still was a lot. It still was expensive.
We paid it.
And then we had to pay the mortgage while we was on the honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to send. I was working on a deal while we was at the honeymoon, and we got it. We sent that money to the mortgage company. All of it. Think I made like $14,000 off that deal.
Thank you.
And sent that to the mortgage company. And then we got home. We was like, okay. And then just for like, okay, well, I'm gonna say this. December came. Then we came into Christmas. We came into Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We came into like having to buy the kids, Christmas gifts and, all that type of stuff. And, it was going into tax season. And we always have our meetings at the end of the year, kind of like, how the year was and what we what we look forward to going forward. And so we talked, and it was an interesting meeting because, out of all the stuff I've been through personally, I was fed up. Like, the only bright spot of that year for me was actually like getting married to you, the honeymoon phase, and the fact that I proposed, like getting that over with. Right. So other than that, I was
In business.
man.
It was like crazy.
It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I was ready to get out that year.
But
Getting all this
I
behind
got
me.
a question for you, husband. What would you tell the people like that think the honeymoon season just lasts forever? Like you stay in blitz, like we bills hit us, the house hit us, the kids hit us. Like what would you tell the people like that don't last forever? So people that be acting like they still in honeymoon season and they've been married 2 years, I know they faking. Something done hit. So what like period. Like I'm so happy with her. No, you're not. Something going on. So what would you tell the people? Just being transparent, because if anybody got a connection, we got a connection. Like, period. Like we JJ and Tammy, but life hit us after a month and a half of our wedding. What would you tell the people about trying to act like they still in honeymoon phase 7-8 months later, and we know they not?
So I mean, I don't want to really give too much energy on, people acting like a certain way.
But I'm saying it's okay not to
I would just
be
say
okay.
that. Yeah, I would just say this. Like, I would just. So there's ebbs and flows in everything. There's highs and lows, ups and downs, right? Like it's gonna happen. Like the valley gonna come. It's a matter of time. Now we married. Okay, now we doing God's work. And now when you do God's work, the enemy comes stronger. He comes harder. And he come and he hits every insecurity, every weakness, every moment where you just feeling like, man, this ain't it. Like he gonna come, he gonna show up. And to what I would tell the person that's just married or the person that's thinking about getting married, like you gotta be so in love with God. You gotta be so like you gotta be in community. You have to be in somebody's church. You have to be there because you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. Like the Bible is your armor. Right? God's word is the comfort. Like it's the only thing that's gonna get you on the other side of that. Cause the other side gonna be there too. Right? When you come from out of that valley, it's gonna be sunshine. Right? And to get to that, you gotta have God. Because if you don't have God, it's gonna tear you apart. You know what I'm saying? If God ain't the center, if you don't have a relationship with God, it's gonna tear you apart because the enemy is power, and we can't give power to the enemy. We can't give power to the enemy. You know what I'm saying? If you're not tapped in, with God, I just almost say like it's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap. So I would just tell, just stay in God, just stay in community, stay prayed up, pray, and just do all of those things because literally right after the wedding, we had our honeymoon phase, and then we got busy. The Christmas and birthdays, and you know what I'm saying. Like it was tough. Like Christmas, like everybody didn't get what they wanted for Christmas. You know what I'm saying. That was a struggle. Like that happened. You know what I'm saying. Birthdays. Your birthday happened, right? You didn't have a birthday you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a Christmas you wanted. You know what I'm saying? It's right after this blissful, this high that we was on. Like this, oh my God, I can't believe I'm marrying the man of my dreams. I can't believe I'm marrying my best friend. And then boom, all this happened. You like, what the hell? I don't think I signed up for this.
I didn't. What the hell? What the hell?
No, you did sign up
I'm
for
just
it.
playing.
No, you
Just making them laugh.
know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
But I'm gonna say this.
I
Like,
should have been the first one got something.
yeah, you did
Hello.
sign.
Thank you.
You signed up for
My
it.
check.
It's sickness and health. The death do you part. You signed up for it. Like, you signed up for the valley.
What that song say?
You signed. No, don't. You
You
signed.
right.
You signed up for all this. I signed up for it. Like, I signed up for it. And so
It was hard.
I know it was hard. And again, the work of the enemy is to make you feel like that was the end all be all. It was to make you feel like, bro, like, I'm last. It was to make you feel like I'm not good enough. It was to make you feel like, man, I don't know if I made the right decision.
It
Right?
worked. It worked.
And again, it didn't work because we here.
It worked though.
It didn't work, Tammy.
It worked for that season.
No, it didn't work, Tammy.
It was a
didn't
battle,
work.
babe.
I'm saying that
those are real feelings.
I know, but
You get what I'm saying?
I know.
Like, those are real emotions. Those are real feelings. Like, I'm last place. Like, everybody got something before me. You good. You got you. You didn't get me. Like, I made a wrong decision. Like, soon as life started life and the marriage come last. That happened.
Yeah.
That was a real thing. So we can't say it ain't. No, it's real life. Like, that happened. Like, you know what I mean? And y'all, we gotta fight for our marriage and our significant others to be first at all like kids, business, family, aunties, uncles, cousins, brothers, whoever. Like, if you ain't Jeremy, I'll get you later. I'll holler at you later. You know what I mean? If you ain't Tammy, I'll holler at you later. Like, it gotta stay that way because that's how it is in the honeymoon phase. That's how it is when you the closest. When you in oneness, you are in one. Everybody else comes second. But when the moment life gets to become first and you're no longer in one, it's like, I made a mistake. This is not God's will for me. You know what I mean? It can feel good for a moment, but we have to figure out a way that, okay, life in. The money acting funny. I got birthdays. We got Christmas. We got kids. We got businesses. We got jobs. We got money. You know, we got family. We got losses. We got all this houses, cars, 5 cars, Bentleys, 3 Benzes, like Maxima. We got like finna buy a Corvette, buy a Porsche. We got all this material stuff. But yet, when it's time for birthdays and Christmas, we got to get the kids something first. That is not God's order. We got to figure out, and if somebody listening to me, figure out how to balance and have boundaries. You are no longer single. You are no longer by yourself. You are no longer like, no. If it ain't about my marriage first, making sure home is first, my wife happy. They say happy wife, happy life, but I think happy marriage, happy life. That's what I think. It's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy marriage. Both of us got to be happy. Both of us got to put forth effort. Like, if I got $50 to my name, I'm going to go make sure Jeremy got at least $35 of it up underneath that tree. Period. The kids can wait. That's my belief. That's how I feel. But when it's a lot of pressure on you, you spent what you say, $75,000 for a wedding. It's like no communication. We didn't even think, let's just put Christmas off to 2025. We didn't think that. So those are real feelings, is all that I'm saying. It's real feelings. It's a real battle. Your wife shouldn't come second to nothing. My husband not coming second to nothing, period. And so I think that people should really understand that the first 5 years of their marriage, like, fight to keep your significant other first or feeling first, you know? And I think that that's how you can get past that. But that was a real battle for us. And then moving forward, we hit tax season. And oh man, tax season was like, baby, I'm about to get busy. I'm in honeymoon phase. Like, no, you come in the room, we finna watch Netflix. We finna chill. I'm finna do me, do you. You know, I wanna say something else, but I can't say everything. You know what I mean? And we finna take care of some business. And it's not like, no, I gotta be in the computer to 3 a.m. I gotta get the system set up. And he really did have to get the system set up. And I have to respect that. Like, he ain't married to no McDonald's worker. Somebody gotta work at McDonald's. It's just not me. I respect the McDonald's worker. I respect the janitor just like I do the CEO. But it was a battle going right to honeymoon, vacation, holiday, to full-fledged work. We don't have really like a lot of time. So, we really did go through a lot in the first 6 months of our marriage. And anybody that'll tell you that it's easy, they're lying. Like, cut them off. Finito, flee, get out of here. And we're still building to this moment. And I don't want to launch see you at the top and act like we already made it to the top, because we still working. We still working on our trust. We still working on, now if JJ tell me he at Kroger. I'm not that stupid. But trust as of, like, how do you feel about me? Cracking those emotions, going from me being single for 10 years and him never being married to bridging these gaps and bridging these kids that got issues and they got futures, and bridging these businesses. And I got ministry and he got real estate and taxes, and I got tea. I help people get healthy and wealthy. So it's just been still a constant battle getting to the top. But I know that we're going to make it. And we're going to help so many other people make it. And I just want to give it over to you. Like, how do you feel being so not just busy, but productive? But your marriage has been like, Jesus.
Yeah.
How do you feel as a man?
So, man, I don't know. We got no time to really say how I feel,
I think
man.
8 minutes.
So, for me, it goes back. If you on episode 4, like if you haven't tuned in, go to episode 4, 6, 5, one of those, and you can kind of hear, how I expressed the things that I was going through, and the struggles that I had. And so, now I'm married, right? So I'm not concerned about her. Like, I'm not concerned about her leaving. I'm not concerned about if we gonna be okay or not. So now I know we gonna be okay. Now I know, cause again, like, I know that marriage ain't all good. It ain't all good. It ain't all highs, right? Marriage is lows too. Like, marriages go through things too. So I knew that going into it, and I was excited about what was gonna come, the bad times, the good times. I'm excited about all of it. Like, I'm in covenant now. Like, I wanted to be married. I wanted to walk right with God. So again, I sat her down. I sat my wife down, and I told her, I said, sweetheart, I'm gonna be busy, right? I said I'm gonna be busy. I say, I may be a little selfish, right? I say, but I'm gonna keep you. Like, I'm not gonna not be a good husband to you. I'm not going to lack in that area, right? I'm gonna be here, but I got a lot to take care of. I got a lot to do. You already know what's going on. So I told her, and then it happened, right? So I didn't think she knew. I don't think she ever experienced me being this busy before, because I've always been available. I've always had time for her, always working with her, taking her videos and pictures and tying her shoe up and putting her heels on and taking her dress off and, holding the camera when she getting awards and, all of those moments I was right there, right? And so now it's like, okay, Jeremy, again, dealing with a lot of loss, a lot of people that I had in my business, they had fell off. I wasn't working with them no more, so I felt like it was just going to be me. So I'm like, I had to lock in. You told me you should have the office at the house. You should set up at the house. And I was kind of opposed to that because I know what my focus is. You know, I love family, so I'm easily distracted. So I'm like, man, I just kept thinking about the kids. I'm like, man, kids gonna be bothering me. I'm like, baby gonna be bothering me. Like, they gonna want a lot of my time. Like, I ain't gonna be able to give them a lot of my time. So I don't know about just office at the house. But I did it. We set it up.
The best.
You know, it was a beautiful idea. Like, I love being on that computer working. You know, more than anything, I love being at home with my family, right? But when I'm working, you know, I love the idea that I can just walk into the room, like in the front room, and just get on the computer and just, you know, handle business, right? That's good. So I appreciate you for that. So I got really, really, really busy. I'm talking about 14, 15 hours a day, you know, call after call after call, just talking and being up like late 3 in the morning. She didn't understand it. She like, what's up? Like, come on now, you gotta get to bed. I'm like, sweetheart, I gotta do this. Like, I felt bad. I felt so bad.
I'm like, you gotta have
I
boundaries. You
felt
the
so
boss.
bad. You know, I
3
did,
o'clock is
but
crazy.
but I still knew that, you know, it was work to be done. You know, it was work needed to be done. And, you know, again, like, I didn't have a lot of resources to work with. Like, I had all new people. I had, you know, you know, and I hadn't been really in it in like a couple of years. So I knew I had a lot to do. And so, you know, it was happening. It was a struggle. It was like, man, we was kind of bumping heads. It was like, you doing too much, you working too much. Why you gotta be on the computer? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, you know what? You right. Let's do this. Hold up. Let's scale back. Okay, let's 19 every month. We gonna do something.
You said it.
We gonna do something every 19th of every month. At least we got the 19th to fall back on. No matter how busy y'all get, we got the 19th to fall back on. Every 19th, we're gonna do something for each other. We're gonna go out on a date. We're gonna do something for each other. And we was locked into that. We went to a picnic. We ain't never did no picnic before. We was getting beat up by mosquitoes. Like, we was just doing, like, every 19th we did something. Go out to eat, you know, whatever. 19th, it was always consistent. We always
did a
said
staycation
we
at
did
the
a staycation at the
hotel where
hotel.
we got married at.
It was so beautiful that we stayed there. I felt like we was out of town, and we just kept that. We kept that
Every anniversary date.
every 19th we did something. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, and again, going back to like that, I'm like, man, you know, I can't. And as a man, I'm thinking, okay, so I can't put her in a position to where she has to be the one in the house. We gotta have order in the house. Like, she can't be feeling like she the masculine one. She can't feel like she got to be the one paying everything. I can't have her like that. And again, it's coming from somebody that's gonna take on their responsibility, is willing to take on their responsibility. Because I want you to not have to work. I want you to be soft. I don't want you to be worried about no bills. Like, I want that for you, and I know I can provide that for you because I know what I'm capable of. And so that's just been like struggle, just being that, like, knowing that you gotta have time, you gotta put in the work to get to that place where I could take the load off of you, and then you also wanted time, and you wanted to be with me, you wanted to go out, and you wanted to, you know, do all of these things, and I'm like, man, you know, just going, it's like a tug of war.
I
You know
think
what I'm
I
saying?
came off the wrong way as well.
Yeah.
I think that I could have, we got to take responsibility. I think I should have just been like, baby, I miss my husband.
Yeah.
Like, I want to sleep with you right now. I want to rub your beard. I want to rub your head. I want to rub your feet. You still would have been in the office, but I should have came off like that instead of coming off like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm last place. You ain't got time. You the boss. You can make room for me. You know, blah, blah, blah. I think that words matter. And we just got to get better with the words. But we do still have to have boundaries and balance when it comes to our relationship. Because you should not feel like nothing comes before you. And I should not feel like everything comes before me. I should not feel like in there on that computer all day comes before me. It's like, be in there at the computer, but make sure I'm good first. Okay, Tammy, go to your team meeting. Go do what you got to do. But make sure your husband is good first, or invite him, or whatever. So I think that we should have more balance going forward, going into year one. October 19th, we'll be married 1 year. And hopefully, y'all want to see a season two. Maybe we'll do season two around our anniversary and see how it's going then.
No, maybe we doing season 2 because we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about, right?
Maybe. It's no maybe?
Nah, we ain't even scratched the surface. You know what I'm saying?
I think we scratched a little bit.
Nah, we haven't.
Anyway.
That's why it's been so. It's been so challenging getting to today. Like it's been challenging getting to this spot, where we can actually kind of talk and share and help, people and let them know, like, a marriage, that wedding cool. Like it's cool,
But then life gets busy.
You can get married at the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? You can have a small wedding. You can have only your immediate family there. You ain't got to be so extravagant with what it is, because it really ain't about that. It's about the covenant. Like it's about like really like being in the trenches and being the same person when you bad. I mean, when it's bad, and the same person when it's good. You know what I'm saying? So, the work starts after the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it really starts. That's when you really gonna get tested. So, I want to encourage everybody, like, you're gonna go through your things.
I wanna talk about episode 12. We're gonna go into that next. That will be our last episode next week. But where is JJ and Tammy headed? Are we headed to the top? Are we gonna stay in the middle? Or are we gonna go backwards? People wanna know, where are we headed authentically? Where are we? What are our goals? What are our dreams? What do you see for your wife? What do I see for my husband? What's next for us? We'll see you at the top. Episode 12. Last episode of season 1. We love you. Peace.